Hello, everyone. This is Stacy Steele. I am here. And where is Sandra? I hope she's coming on.
Ah, I'm here. I'm here.
There she is. She just likes
Hi,
to
Stacey.
surprise everybody.
Hi, Stacey.
I'm Stacy Steele, and tonight I have the privilege of interviewing Sandra Jennings, your Passion Speak hostess. But tonight, I'm in the hostess seat.
Oh, this
So
is very different. I appreciate you.
I'm excited. And Sandra and I first talked about a month and a half ago, and I wanted to do this for her birthday, but it's belated now. So happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
Sandra spent most of her life in Grand Rapids. She worked at Grand Valley. She's retired, and she is going to share a little bit about her passion tonight. So tell us, Sandra, how did Passion Speak get started?
Well, okay. I'm gonna try to put live TV, Vivid Life. I'll just give them a real quick shout out. I want to show Vivid Life. Happy belated birthday from Vivid Life TV. I appreciate you. Anyway, okay, so um, I spent 25 years at Grand Valley State University. And during that process, I would interview, or excuse me, I would hire a lot of students. So I hired the students and we keep in touch afterwards because you come to love them. And so I had a student students often do this. They write you and they say, hey, I need a reference letter from when I worked for you. Okay, just tell me who to mail it to. And this time she said, I want you to mail it to TEDx. And I said, okay, TEDx, that's interesting. Why would I give a reference letter to TEDx? And she said, well, I have a presentation that I would like to do on the TEDx stage. And she lives in California, so it was TEDx California or something. And I said, okay, that's nice. And I said, tell me a little bit more about it. And she told me, she gave me this email about what it entailed and what she wanted included in the letter. And I said, great, I'll write it. So wrote a great letter. And then I communicated back to her and I said, so when will we know all about this? You know, what next week they're going to tell you, yeah, you got a spot on the stage. And she said, no, I'll know in 8 to 12 months. And I said, what? I said, honey, we don't have to wait for TEDx. We could do it now. And so she said, oh, okay. And Passion Speak was born. We planned it. We set a date. It was about 6 weeks out. And she actually, when I asked her to tell me more about it, she gave me her TEDx spiel. And it was so good. And you can go to my YouTube, and she's the very first one on there. We were using Zoom, and she gave me her spiel, and it was beautiful. I was like, we've gotta publicize this. You gotta have an opportunity to share it because it was truly her passion. And she spoke on courage. Her name was Christina. She spoke on courage, and I just thought it was beautiful. And that's how it was born. It was like just letting her speak what was in her heart and what was she was passionate about.
That is beautiful. And then how did you go from there? From Christina to the
Um,
next step?
it seemed like a couple of weeks later, I said, maybe I can find some more people who are passionate about a particular subject or passionate about whatever they're passionate about. So I just started looking for people who looked like they were passionate about things. No particular person. I just looked. I said, and people start popping up. And when they popped up, I said, hey, would you like to speak on camera about what you're passionate about? And people started saying yes. So that's how it was born. And I've talked to a lot of different people. I have some favorites too. Some people made me laugh and cry. And there are people, I'm finding that when people speak about what they're passionate about, they don't need prep time. They probably just need prep time to get the jitters out, but they don't need the subject matter. They don't need prep time because they love it. It's in them. And that's what I wanted. And, I've said this before, maybe not publicly, but I feel like poverty should be deemed a public health crisis. And the reason why is because it affects us on so many different levels, and it takes away our hope. My passion is to instill hope in people. And if this does it by hearing someone else's passion, maybe you'll get hope and it'll lead you out of poverty, or out of poverty thinking, or out of financial poverty, out of all kinds of poverty, whatever. Um, and just give you hope. And so that's why I do it. And I have some more comments. Who is this? Danielle. She said, I love Passion Speaks. Thank you, babe.
Yay,
I appreciate you.
Danielle.
And then Vivid Life TV, I got to get in touch with them. They're they're I'm not quite sure who they are, but I appreciate you following. And then Danielle again. That's it. Yeah.
How long have you been doing this officially now, Sandra?
Um, Christina and I went live, I think it was August. We went live on a Zoom, but I did not upload it until earlier this year to YouTube because I didn't know how. Because all this is new to me. I mean, every bit of it is new. So I messed up a lot. I know some shows where they couldn't go on because I didn't know I didn't know what button to push. So um, I'm learning, and that's another part. It's Rob of Vivid TV. Hi, Rob. Thanks for tuning in. Um, I didn't. Yeah. I'm learning, and I'm learning which buttons to push. I'm learning technology, and this is so much fun for me. It's fun because I can get very shy, and when I get shy and full of fear, nothing comes out of my mouth. Like I can open it and nothing comes out. Right? So I don't want that to happen. I lose all words. So when I'm focusing on Stacy with her Mary Kay business, let's just give you a plug. I know you got something that you can flag and show us. I did put your contact information if anyone wants to follow you, Stacy, because I appreciate it.
Aw,
I
thank
feel like
you
this
so
is done
much.
out of love, and I appreciate that. So
Thank
someone
you.
says, love watching. We are so proud of you. And I don't know who that is. I shared it to a closed group. So it might be a person that's in a group. So I don't know who you are, Facebook user. Tell us your name. So
Okay,
anyway,
cool. All right. So what's one of the biggest challenges you've had to overcome since you started doing this?
um, the biggest challenges is trying to figure out if I am observing a person who is knee deep in a side hustle because they're making money, or if they're knee deep in a passion. It's delineating, is this your passion or is this your side hustle? And sometimes it's the same. Sometimes sometimes I don't know. And I just have to, do a shoot in the dark. I want to focus on passion, because the difference between passion and a side hustle is passion may feed your soul. It does feed your soul. And a side hustle only feeds your table. And
Hmm.
so, a passion can also feed your soul and your table. But 9 times out of 10, what feeds your table is not necessarily going to feed your soul. And so I'm looking for passion. I want to let everybody know, especially the unique people, when you got unique stuff going on. I want them to know that, if you've been thinking about doing this, here's somebody who did it. And you can do it too, because some people just don't believe in themselves. And maybe, that can help them, get up and get it going. Somebody did it. Don't be afraid to flounder. So,
That's right. The bloodiest knees are the ones that get ahead.
all right. Sound like some Joel Osteen stuff.
Thank you. I do listen to my inspiration every morning. You gotta feed that
You
brain,
do.
right?
It's just like food. Hold on. We have a question. Um, Facebook user who we can't tell who you are. I think it's Danielle says it's Sissy. Do you focus on a certain area or region? No, we do not necessarily focus on a certain area. I have had guests from all over the country. I've not gone outside the country because I kind of want people who are watching to be able to do it too if they want. So No, we don't focus on a certain area. Passion is passion. Like I featured one of my favorites is my mother, who is no longer with us. The question was from Goddess J. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, Goddess J. You're welcome to come on and talk about what she has a PhD in nursing, and so she wants to talk all things health. I'm so sure of it. But anyway, and Vivid Life says, "Passion feeds your soul, side hustle feeds your table." Yes,
Your
yeah.
quote.
Thank you. Um, what was I saying? See, this is what happens when
You're
you get.
talking about your friend who's passionate about nursing.
Oh, yeah, Goddess J, also known as Jen. Yeah, she's passionate about nursing, and she's just, I love her. She's anyway. So and I'm looking for all kinds of people. Like I asked recently an artist who owns an art studio, and some people this platform will be too small for them. I'm good with it. My feelings are not hurt by that. Some people, I had a huge what do you call them, influencer on IG who told me, well, I'm very busy these days. I can't, I got fourth quarter focus, and she was like, "Ooh, I'm on," and I know she was. I've seen her lives. I'm not offended by that at all. So I get it. What I don't like is people ignoring me. Say bug off. Don't let me just sit there, because I've had some people say, "Yeah, shoot me some dates." I shoot them some dates, and then nothing. Like, don't do that, because I'm filling up a calendar. When I'm dealing with people with a passion, sometimes they have two things. They got their passion, and they got their side hustle or their main hustle that feeds the table. And so I'm working a calendar too. So I need an answer. Just give me an answer. Yes, no, or go fly a kite. So and that's my, when we talking about challenges, that's my biggest challenge, is managing my calendar. So
That's
yeah,
right. That's
it
right. But
happens.
as we said, the right people will always gravitate and they will be in your space when the time is right. And
Excuse me.
you always got to believe it.
Yes, you do.
Okay, who would you most like to interview? Everybody wants to know.
Well, yes, I'm a little starstruck. Starstruck. I have a list. I have a list of people I call my chicken list. Those are some locals who are very, very busy, and they don't have time for lives, but they will. But there's some people who can be difficult to reach. Like I want to hit some of our local celebrity families, like the Barge family. I like them to come on and say, "Here's how we started. We had humble beginnings." The Mayweather family, I would like one of them to come, especially the trainers, like Big Daddy Mayweather. Um Let me see who else. Al Green is from Grand Rapids. Remember Jillian Anderson, Scully from X Files? She's from Grand Rapids. And those are far outreaching, because the platform might be too small for them, but they can come on and say hello. They can come on and say, "Here's how I got started. First thing I did was got an agent," kind of thing. And then there's some other people that are from Grand Rapids who I would love to interview. Courtney Vance, Madonna, David Allen Greer. These people are from Grand Rapids. So yeah, those are some pipe dream ones. But more locally, I just want some people who have managed to mesh their passion with their table work. Like the artists who Paul Collins is coming to mind. He's very busy and hard to get. I could call him. I know, I've been to his home and stuff, but anyway, so he may or may not. Or some people who others, I don't know. I have a list that I call my chicken list, that I have to wait for the right time. Lord, I want to ask these people, but I got to wait for the right time, because I want to hear their stories. We have another one. Dr. Carter, you have an amazing show. Thank you, dear. I appreciate you. I have some people that just are consistently check in. They may not catch you all the time, but they consistently leave a comment, or say how much they appreciate you. And I really appreciate that. Really do.
All right. I have a final question before we wind it down.
Okay.
If someone were to ask you about 10 years ago while you were working at Grand Valley, would you want to start your own podcast, your own show, and interview people? What would you have said?
No. I would have said no. Why would I want to do that? Like, why? Explain it to me. It just, but when Christina, when she reached out, the goal was different. It wasn't for me, it was for her. Excuse me. So I guess when the goal is different and when you focus on other people and other people's needs and trying to just, love on other people, all of a sudden things change. They change for the better, and you get back when you give. So
Mhm.
that's it.
That's why I think when your people watching right now, and myself, when we all get the word out to Al Green, Jillian Anderson, Mayweather, Madonna, and everybody else on your list, we're going to
Mhm.
say, can you help out Sandra Jennings and share your passion? And they'll say, I'd love to.
Why not? Right? They'll say, why
Yeah.
not? Yeah, I'm helping
Yeah.
out
Because they
people
want to
out.
help.
They just never know who they're gonna reach. Some kid might be out there trying to say, I want to be a boxing champ. There'll never be another Floyd Mayweather. Of course there will in 25, 30 years, because there always is, right? We said the same thing about Ali, but there's a kid out there that's saying, I want to be like him. And they need to know that what he did when he was 4 was start training with his father. They need to know that. So if you want to be like him, do what he did. So I have a cousin that's tapping in. Karen, hi, cousin. Hi. I have so many cousins. Oh my gosh. I got to tell that story one day. I have a thanks for watching, Karen. I was adopted, and I have my father's family, and then my mother's family, and then my biological father and my biological mother. So on Facebook, when I call somebody cousin, they are cousins. Like
Oh
they
my.
really are cousins. I have a ton. Like I got 5,000 friends, and I'll bet you 25% of them is family.
All
Anyway,
right. So if you're listening right now and you are her cousin, please step forward and share.
I'm interviewing a cousin this Thursday. He's a chef, and I've interviewed a cousin who does drumming, and I've interviewed a cousin who, oh gosh, I don't have my list. I'm embarrassed now. But I've interviewed like 4 or 5 cousins, and I've only interviewed like 25 people. And, great of them all the way from Yellowknife, Northwest Territories in Canada. We've reached out.
Ooh,
Oh, oh my God.
dang.
Hey, I love that. Thank you. I love that. Here's my other kid,
Your
my
cousin's in
son.
Canada.
So
Who would
proud
have
of you,
known?
Mom, Gabriel. Oh, Gabe. Love you too, boo. Oh,
Aw,
that's
you got
nice.
so much support. Everyone wants to assist your dream.
Family, they are, people say, they say things about family. I'm just, family are supportive. Ultimately, family are supportive. They are. And then here's my girlfriend that I've known since 6th grade. Hi, Miss Penny. Hi, Sandra. She says, how are you doing, baby?
6th grade. Wow.
Yes. I'm
Tell us
gonna
more.
tell,
Tell us
I'm gonna
more
tell
about
you how many
Sandra.
years that is. Oh man, me and Penny, we got some stories, honey. Anyway,
Great.
uh, thank
Well,
you,
we have had
Stacy.
a good time.
We
Did everyone have a good time learning about Sandra's story?
I
Share,
love it.
comment.
I love it. I appreciate you so much. I wish that someone who needs your product can go to IG and look you up. That's where you're most active, although you are active on Facebook. But they can go and look up your product and see what you're doing out there. You're building a team.
I
And
love just teaching people just how to feel better, more confident, because when you
mhm,
feel more confident, everyone around you feels happier. So
true.
that's what I love.
That's true.
Yes. Okay, so
All right.
let's finish with Sandra's quote.
What's
When
my call?
we get where we give those with a passion a platform to speak, it's
Yeah.
passion speak.
Miss Pasha speak. Thank you. Thank you so much, Stacy. And thank you all for for watching. Penny, one last comment. Longtime friendships, just like family. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Miss Stacy. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
everyone.